15th of February 2023. Happy birthday, Michael, my son. Happy birthday. Hope you like the present. Let me know if you liked it. Anyway, so I was going to work outside today, but it started to be really rainy and really cold, so I'm not doing that today. I did do some of the wall. You can go and look at my wall building video if you want to see what I was just doing outside. But now I've come back in room 10, so I'm going to do some work in room 10 again today. I think what I'm going to do today is paint. Yeah, I'm just going to check the cupboards. Yeah, repaint the cupboards again and sand down the outsides. We're going to get some eggshell paint, and I think we're going to go today and get it. I won't bother to. I'll just patch this door up here and sand, and then I'll leave this because we're going to put the eggshell on the doors, especially on the outside of the doors, because they're a bit flat and we think we need more of a sheen, if you know what I mean, and otherwise it's too blending in with the walls, so we do need a bit of definition. So what I'll do today is I'll do that. I'll paint the handles because then I'm going to distress them, so I'm going to paint them with the brown. So we're going to get the brown paint out today, and we'll paint some more of the skirting board in here and see how far we get. The tin paint that we've got, see how far it goes, and then we'll order another one. So we'll use that up today, and then we'll just see how far we go. We must take, no, I'm not going to start, but I'm going to do the bed today. Definitely got to do the bed, so we'll do that first. Yeah, I need to take the hangers off the bed, just put them back in the wardrobe for a minute. Take off the quilt. Yeah, there's quite a few things to do. There's loads of stuff to do indoors, so it doesn't really matter that I can't work outside. This is what I'm doing. I'm just working outside one day, inside the next day, and then we're just like doing it like that, so we can get stuff done every single day, because we haven't got much time, as I said before. So I'm hoping the end of May. I really wanted to get this room done first, so that at least we could sell this one if we're not fully open, because everything takes much longer than you think, and then other things pop up all the time that you then need to fix. There's other problems that you need to rectify, so you start off thinking, oh, I'll just do that today, but then something gets in the way and you end up doing something else that wasn't on the list. But today I really want to try and get on as much as possible in 10. This is my mission. I really need to finish this room because I need to clean this carpet and stain it and dye it, so that's a massive job. So I really want to try and get this room done first, get this bed dismantled and out of here, so that I can work on this room. I don't know where we're going to put this bed when we dismantle it. Hopefully it'll sell straight away, so I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, so I've got to look up how much it's worth or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, first things first, let's do the skirting boards. No, finish doing the yeah, let's just in room 10 is to paint the doorknobs, patch that up there. I had to scrape some little lumps of paint off and I ended up making a bit of a mess, so I'm going to go over these two doors again with the paint. I might go over them two doors as well, so they look quite patchy, and then when we get the eggshell we'll just put one coat on the surface of the doors. But also what I wanted to do today, once that's dry, is go round this edge, because as you can see I've got paint on it, but I wasn't that bothered actually to get paint on it. But so I'm going to do that. So I've done all the painting of the brown in here. Remove the table. Yeah, I've done this. Done it all around here. So I'll just move the stuff out of the way. The only bit that I couldn't do was where the television is. That cabinet needs to be moved, and I couldn't do the bed because I couldn't move the bed. It's too heavy to just even push it out of the way. I can't move it. It's just so heavy, this bed. So anyway, so I've still got to do a little bit along the wall behind the bed and just a little bit here, and then I'm going to go over it, sand it a tiny bit, but not too much, over it with the wood stain. So yeah, so I've done all that today, and I spent some time doing the wall outside as well today. So I think I've done a lot. We're supposed to be going to B&Q now, so I need to just put the lid on the paint. Yeah, I did get a bit on the wall there, so I'm going to have to patch it up once I've finished. Oh, and I've done the knobs on the doors. I've painted them the brown, so they've had their first bit of prep. So the next thing is to do the same thing to them. We're hopefully going to get the paint today for the wardrobes and that, and the doors, so we can paint them a sort of an eggshell. I did put a bit more paint on this because when I was doing the, you know, painting these doors, I did get quite a lot of the greeny coloured paint down here. So I have sort of redone that. I didn't bother on these edges. I've done the edges bits, but I didn't bother on the outside because obviously I've distressed it. But it looks all right. There you go. So that's done. So all these little jobs all add up because they all have to be done, and every time you do something, you know, it just makes your workload a little bit lighter than the day before. So I'm just going to continuously keep plodding away at it. When the weather's bad, I'll come indoors, and when the weather's good, I'll go outside. Equal amount of jobs need doing outside as indoors. And now I'm wall building again. Got a few more walls to build. Anyway, let me just turn the camera and say goodbye. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of work today. I think it's like 4:45 or something like that. So we need to go now if we're going to get to B&Q, because B&Q shuts at 8. But it takes us 2 hours to get there. It's like a long way from where we live. But they shut the Aberystwyth branch down ages ago, which was nearer to us, which was an hour away. And now we have to travel 2 hours away to get to B&Q. But it is the only place that we can buy the paint that we're using for the building. We don't have much choice in places to buy paint and stuff like that. So we have to go further afield. But obviously it's a pain in the bum. But so we have to buy a lot of paint all at the same time, so we don't run out. But we do need the eggshell colour, so I'm just hoping they have it. I think someone might be going to ring before we go. I'm just going to turn the light off over there. No, it's off. Yeah, I think he's going to ring before we go, just to check to see if they've got any paint. Because we need the sort of eggshell for the doors, just so that they have a little tiny bit of gloss to them. Only a little bit. If not, we'll have to varnish them all. That's the only other alternative I can think of, but hopefully we can get the eggshell paint. Anyway, not today. It's the 18th, I think, of February. And first of all, I'll show you these carpet squares down here. So, I don't know why they've come out different shades of blue, like green. This one I think was is not as worn out as this one was. This one was a lot more worn out, and I think that it's not taking the colour as well as this one. So I'll dye that one again tomorrow. And these are the carpet tiles that are in the bar. So I'll show you a before and after shot tomorrow. But I just wanted to do a tester one. But I noticed that this one's a lot more darker green than this one. But anyway, that's not what I can show you today. So what I want to show you is I've done these doors. And I've done round the edge. But I need to go round the edge again with the rosewood colour from Johnson's. Because I did buy a cheaper one. And it's not covered it half as well as the Johnson's does with the rosewood. So I will have to buy some more rosewood Johnson's. Anyway, so I want to show you the doors that I've been doing. So I've painted these doors now with an eggshell. So eggshell has a slight sheen on it. Oh, you can see it there. So it's more hard wearing over the top of the mat. And all I've done is I've gone over the doors just on the outsides and the edge. Simon's got to alter these doors a bit. because they don't fit properly. And I've also painted the knobs with the brown, and I'm just going to go over them with this wood stain. But I want to get the rosewoods, but I want to probably get rid of some of these lines and stuff with the brown. If it looks a bit too much, I'll just rub some out like I've done here. I've gone over it with the brown again. It's all trial and error. Anyway, so I've done these two wardrobes. They're being painted, so they're sheened. So these, as far as I'm concerned, are done now. Simon just needs to take them off and do a couple of things to them. Then we just got a little bit of repair work to do back on them. Over here I've painted all the skirting boards with the dark brown paint. I filled in some holes up here, so tomorrow I will sand all these holes down and over there and paint it. And then I've got to paint the ceiling here. 2 parts of the ceiling needs painting. I noticed a bit in there needs painting on the ceiling that I missed. I've painted the green where the wires are inside those plastic things. There's pipes in there, so I've painted those. The bits that I haven't done are in the corner. I painted all around there. Let me show you the one I just did. So in here is the one I've just done. So this has got the colour with the cheaper stain on it, which I'm not really liking. So I've got to get the rosewood to go back over. So I will use this as a base coat, and then I will go over it with the rosewood coloured stain, because it stains a lot better. But as you can see, I've distressed it and I've painted it. So I painted it with the brown, and then I've distressed it with some sandpaper, and then I've given it a coat of the stain, which is rosewood and oak mixed together. And what I'll do is, once this is painted and it's done, I'll then put some tape on the edge, and then finish doing the wall bit, because I found it really, really hard to cut in with this. So I will do that. So around here I've done this, but if you look on the original rosewood that I bought, it's this one down this end. It's a much better quality paint, which is why I was going to buy it in the first place, because this is the one I bought, this rosewood wood stain, Johnson's, really, really good quality. Whereas now I bought these ones, which were cheaper, but not as good quality at all. So these ones, not as good quality at all. They're too see-through. And what I do is, I've got 2 tins and I mix them together in a jar, and then I use that. But I will continue to use that. I will use it all, because I've got to do all in here yet. It's good as a base because it's cheaper than using the Johnson's. And then I'll buy the Johnson's, just a little tin, to go back over it afterwards with just 1 coat. So, because it'll cover really, really well now. And that's what I'll do, because the Johnson's is a lot more expensive, but covers a lot better. So that's how much work we've been doing today. So we've been working really hard today, and I'm really pleased with what I've done. Anyway, I just turned the camera. Sue's Dolbrodmaeth DIY section today, and it's the 18th of February 2023, and it's about 20 to 5 in the evening. I'm just going to show you what I want to do inside here. We went out today, so I've come in and I just want to do a little bit of work before I have my bath. So I just want to show you what I did yesterday, and then what I'm going to do now, actually. So let me just show you. What I'm going to do today is I'm just going to paint this bit brown here. Okay. And then I'm going to start cutting in from where I've painted it there. I'm just going to cut in all down there. And I'm just going to see how long that takes, or if I get bored. And I might cut in that bit over there as well. Down here. And this needs another layer of the top coat, but we won't do that today because we're cutting in today. Can't do both. So I'll just do that. To you it probably doesn't look like much, but when you go closer you can see it does need cutting in. Okay, so I'll let you know what it looks like. Here is I've cut in all along the wood here because when I'd done the skirting, it looked really scruffy. So as you can see, I've cut in all this bit around here. Cutting in. I'm not doing any more tonight because it's quite late and I've had enough now. So I've cut in all down here today. From, you can see where from, roughly here. And I've cut in all this. Then I've got to go over this again. So I've only done that once over here. But you can see I've cut it all in. So it's all nice and even. Take no notice of the patchy carpet because I was trying out some dye. And I've just done the little bit over there. Oh, I've done a little bit along here. So I've done some along here, and then tomorrow this wall will be all sanded down. And then I can repaint the wall. Touch all this up with the green. Hopefully move this bed. I'll definitely sort it out tomorrow. And I'm cutting over here as well. So I will just redo the brown bit without touching the green now. So hopefully we'll get this thing moved. So we're deciding between not this colour, but that grey there for the headboards and a brown. Like this. This brown looks a bit red. But anyway, this isn't crib 5, so that's no good. But this is crib 5. We grab crib 5, which is BS standard, British standard rate. So if you look here, this is really nice. It's really soft and beautiful. And it's crib 5. It's really thick. I'm thinking of making headboards out of that. It's really soft and nice to touch. Anyway, my dog's moaning now. They'll paint. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And if there's anything you want to know what we're doing and how long it's taken us to do, just contact me. We're now like in the second week of February already. Time is flying. I can't do anything any faster because when we're outside and doing walls and stuff, that's really hard work and it takes all day. So I only was out there for about 40 minutes this morning. Then it started to rain and got really cold. So then for the rest of the day, I've been painting inside here. And the time just flies when you're doing anything. I mean, this is quite, what I just did was time consuming, but now this is done apart from a couple of bits. But I can just move the furniture after and do them afterwards, so it's no big deal. We'll just get on with it, get it all done. So I said to someone, we need to take this table down. Might have to mend it at the end first before we take it down, and then sell it hopefully. We'll see. Okay, thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.